George and Barbara Bush were married 73 years, longer than any other couple in presidential history. Kevin Reese with their life together.
It's a love story nearing its 8th decade, a love story found in letters from World War II and still on display on a kiss cam at a Texans football game in Houston. They were two young kids in 1941. He was 17, she was 16 when they met at a school dance. A year and a half later, they were engaged. He was on his way to becoming the youngest pilot in the Navy. Their long-distance relationship revealed in letters. She called him Poppy. He called her Bar. "I love you, precious, with all my heart," he wrote. "And to know that you love me means my life. How often I've thought about the immeasurable joy that will be ours someday." But of the war, he said, "It is frightening at times. The seriousness of this is beginning to strike home." And to Poppy, she wrote back, "I really am excited but scared to death too. If you hear a big noise up there, don't worry. It's just my knees knocking." But it's a love story that nearly ended before it had a chance to start. A year later, he was shot down near the Japanese island of Chichijima. He was rescued by a passing submarine, but his two crewmen died. And the rest of the letters he carried from Bar were lost at sea too. They married in 1945. They had 6 children, including a future president and a little girl named Robin who died of leukemia at the age of 4. There would be dozens of different homes as Mr. Bush chased their fortunes in the Texas oil business, then the political career that took him from Congress to the UN to the CIA and to the White House, where the love story obviously endured.
I've loved George Bush almost since the day I laid eyes on him.
There have been health scares of late, even time spent being treated in the same Houston hospital together. But back in 2009, Mrs. Bush needed a new heart valve. The operation was a success, but it was a husband's heart that was open and on display.
And it went so well, and I've been a nervous wreck about it. I think there's a lot of interest because of who she is.
Back in that letter from 1943, Mr. Bush wrote to his fiancée, "Bar, you have made my life full of everything I could ever dream of."
What a love story. What a life. Barbara Bush made a difference. She made a mark and made the world a better place for all of us. Good night, and thank you for joining us to celebrate the life and legacy of Houston's First Lady.